Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. So, welcome. To okay, welcome to our review discussion on Borderlands 3, um, the game that Brandon and I both beat and played throughout the game. So I thought it was a good idea to have a nice little review with do a little review if I'm with someone with through a playthrough. And we also have Noble here because he played through the game in the early of last year because this was not available on Steam till now. And we've been playing the Steam version of Borderlands 3, and we're gonna discuss about the story, gameplay, and any other tad bits we want. So I'm gonna pass this off to Brandon. So Brandon, would you care to think about what's the story?
I gotta say, the story was pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Um,
It was bad.
First of all, there was no villain development. Like, they did not like develop the villain as the characters. There's no contrast between us Vault Hunters and them being the leaders, the Children of the Vault.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
That going said, our character story background was none at all either too.
No, they
So
were not. There
you do not
was
feel any connection to the characters you're playing.
yeah, even yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Noble, anything you gotta say about the story?
But the story,
Yes.
I do agree. The enemies of the game does not seem like the true enemies. I feel like they're also Vault Hunters, but this is what I think. I think they did the story as two powerhouses. You could, like, they were trying to choose, like, or you could either be with the Firehawk or you could go with the Children of the Vault, but they didn't. Like, if they did that, that would be a lot more better.
It would be interesting.
Yeah,
It'd be
fighting
like
against Firehawk, that'd be interesting.
it's like an MMORPG.
Okay, but the thing is, they try to do it like handsome Jack style, right? Where handsome Jack is always like
The hero.
taunting you. No. Like back in Borderlands 2, like handsome Jack was like always taunting you,
Oh
like as the
yeah,
story progressed,
telling how he's
and
gonna win and
yeah,
all that.
and
Yeah.
and the thing is, there was the character villain development there, right? You don't know anything about handsome Jack until like he talks to you. And
Yeah.
then our characters respond to him and like, oh, okay, this is how Handsome Jack did this and that,
Yeah.
and how he rose to power in Pandora.
And he actually
Right?
says those things too, like how he,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, he was not doing
Oh,
what I said, and I'm going to kill him. Boom.
oh, he killed a bunch of scientists and shit, and Tannis and shit. Yeah.
That's back in Borderlands pre-sequel as well.
Yeah.
Which
But the thing is, pre-sequel is more like what's it called background story
background
to
it's
Handsome Jack.
yeah, I feel like it oops, sorry, hit my mouse. It's okay. But feel like it's more like okay, a quick recap on Borderland pre-sequel. It's more of a $40 game than a $60 game, let's be honest. Because it's just like a little bit of add-ons. It felt like DLC. But anyway, back to Borderlands 3 saying that the characters are really bad. The enemies are just they're just TikTok assholes that you just find on the random and on like you can go to YouTube and just be like, yeah, those guys are bad and cringy at the same time.
Like I feel like if they gave like a background development of how they got into got into power, like how they rose to be the leader of the Children of the Vault. If they gave what's it called if they shadowed it like in the beginning of the story, it would have been like way better of a character development. But instead, they try to like
So, like, if they were reborn,
no,
and they're
like
actually true children of the fault.
okay. The thing is, they try to hide their background story, so there's like this big reveal that, oh wow, they're spoiler alert, guys. Okay,
It's okay.
so
We're doing do like
skip past this part, 10 seconds, if you don't want to hear this. Oh God, oh they're the son and daughter of this great vault hunter, the first vault hunter, Typhon,
yeah. It's
whatever his name
yeah.
is.
It's and
The thing is,
it's
the
so
thing
for
is, that reveal was not really like impactful at all. Like
no, it is
I guess
not.
that mid story. I guess that mid story.
It's not impactful because he called out two things from the last stream we did. Brandon called out like two things and he was like right on it. He was right on the nail.
I was like, why do all these guys' names start with T? Typhon, Troy, Tyrene. There must be a relationship here. There must be. And these are new characters too. What's going on here? Why would they introduce all these new characters that have T name sounds that weren't in the other series before? Right now.
Hmm. How about you, Noble? When did you think of, what was your thoughts when you heard about, did you think it was predictable or were you just clueless the whole way?
Actually, I don't know if you guys did, but I found recordings that talked about how they killed I don't know, the scientist or the caretaker of them.
You caretaker of Troy? I
The
mean,
twins. Yeah, the
twin
twins.
of Typhoon.
Oh yeah, we found some recordings.
Yeah,
The
we
thing
found
is,
some
we're
recordings.
rushing. We're rushing to the end of the story.
But I did get some. But I did get what they
Yeah,
were
apparently
doing.
he was also doing studies on them and using them to apparently be Power Rangers, you could kind of say. Power Rangers, the enemy is attacking. Go defeat them.
Oh, Power Rangers! Oh shit, we've been defeated. You know what? We come back with a bigger, better mech, and then we defeat the enemy.
Yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
basically also the teens have some daddy issues. You can also hear them in the recording.
yeah, but
It's a very dysfunctional family.
it's very dysfunctional enough, and it's too far. Too far.
It's basically the stereotype of what's it called, one parent dad who lost a mother, and now their children are like rebellious.
Alright,
Yeah.
do you know what just throws me off about this?
What?
He said he's the very first Vault Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where was he during Captain Jack? Where was he during the whole moon thing? Where
No,
was he?
he was at the planet.
Quotations. He was living on the planet, the legendary planet
The Iridium
that did
homeworld.
not exist before this series.
Yeah.
In this version.
Yeah, because he was just there. He was staying there, and then since other vault hunters were opening up like other vaults, it's like, never mind. I'm not gonna build a ship and just go over there. That's too much work. I got kids to take care of. Oh look, there they go. They're flying away. They're flying away on a ship and they left me. That's basically how that happened. And it's still dumb either way. But okay, putting aside the Calypso twins, the other character, the other side, what about Lilith? I feel like she was kind of nerfed down a bit.
Oh my god, Lilith was so nerfed.
She
Okay, so at the end of the DLC in Borderlands 2, right, we know that, oh, she's become the commander of the Crimson Raiders, right?
Yeah, that's like the DLC.
And we know, like, the Crimson Raider is like a global Pandora like organization, right?
Yeah.
So what the fuck were they doing? How did how did the children of the cult rise up to power when the fucking like whole Pandora place had the fucking Crimson Raiders, right?
I think it's because when the Borderlands 2 endgame was going on, I don't know.
This is like, you watch Star Wars, right?
Yes.
This is a First Order situation. Like how did the First Order rise up into power when there was the New Republic, right? The New Republic did no shit. This is basically the Crimson Raiders.
Yeah.
The Crimson Raiders did no shit. Okay, they had like what, like a million like follower, million what soldiers or something.
Yeah. They didn't do shit.
What the fuck were they doing? How did they let these TikTokers rise to power when they had like all this military power?
That's like Star Wars Episode 8 kind of deal.
Exactly. Like, where did this First Order come from? There's this New Republic with like multi-planetary like.
Oh look, you got a
lines.
friend.
Don't think about me.
Get out of here, you. Anyways, anywho. Okay, so that's basically what's been the Crimson Raiders doing in Noble. Could you, are your little friend here?
You got a problem?
He's trying to clean for us. He's the. Oh no.
He's the janitor.
Yeah.
He's our next janitor. Anyways, back on track.
And Lilith. Don't get me
Lilith.
started, Lilith. Okay. She's like what?
Dude.
30 years old?
Hold on.
She had these powers for 30 years, right? And she's the most powerful sirens, quotation, most powerful siren in the fucking galaxy, right?
Yeah. And it's all whipped away like boop.
How did she get dabbed on by a TikToker? She got slid on by this like 12-year-old angsty like
Teenager. Like, I'm
Really?
like, how does that happen? Like, I'm like, after I saw that first time when I was doing my solo playthrough, I'm like, bruh.
And we know that Lilith, she uses iridium, okay?
Yeah.
But in this game, she did not use iridium to save her fucking life.
No.
Not even once.
Even if we had like iridium ourselves, we could have just offer it for her, you know.
Wait.
Bro,
But you
iridium was
guys, didn't
everywhere.
the second planet you guys go to already have iridium? Couldn't you just taken that back to the ship?
Iridium was everywhere, Aang. We were smacking iridium sculptures, iridium stone, iridium boxes. It was everywhere. Iridium liquid.
Iridium liquid. Okay.
Iridium bukkake, dude. Iridium bukkake.
Okay. Okay. I think another character that we should talk about that's kind of the most bullshittery out of the whole story is freaking Tannis. Freaking Tannis. Oh my. Noble, Noble, can you? Okay, you're on the floor on this one. Could you tell us what your first thoughts about how Tannis just suddenly just reveals that she's like a siren?
The little one?
No, Tannis,
The scientist.
the scientist. If you stop doing that,
I
please.
don't care
You don't.
about that. I'm more caring about. I know Brick age. I know War Hawkeye age, but Lilith. Did Lilith age? No. Or her power got weakened. What the hell?
This.
No. She got thick.
She got
Oh,
thick
I know.
nerf. But yeah.
She became a MILF, dude.
Okay, if you don't have anything to talk about, I'll talk about it. Okay, so the most BS about the story is just these uninspecting moments of like surprise. It's like,
But it's not a surprise. It's like,
It's-
oh, okay, cool.
it's like, no, it's like, okay, whatever then. And that's like the whole ordeal with Tannis. She basically just comes out as a siren for no reason. There is little to no explanation, like, at all during this story. Like, where did she get those powers? Honestly, Noble, do
Yeah,
you?
aren't you supposed to be born with siren powers? That seems like a huge hole in the story.
Yeah.
And there could only be 7 in the universe, apparently.
And where did she? And did Tannis just like go up to like Angel's like mountaintop and just take her body? She just took her body, her dead wandering corpse, and just put it in her secret lab.
You know what? I would not be surprised if she did. Because since the last Borderlands, Tannis actually been pretty calm until now. She has been antisocial and been very crazy in her words.
Yeah. It's like, oh, surprise, surprise. What did you got for us? But yeah, it's BS in the storyline. at the most value.
I don't understand one thing is, so Angel in Borderlands 2 was able to contact us all the way around planet and infect doors and shit from a cage that was supposed to dump her powers. But Tannis,
And she
she
was,
needs an iridium amplifier to turn off a turret.
I mean, Angel
And she
was,
didn't even turn it off. She didn't even turn it off. She
and,
just goes like, "Oh, okay, don't shoot."
and Angel was just like, she was trapped in there. So
Yeah, there's a what was it? A field that was de-amplifying her powers or something. I don't know.
yeah, okay.
There's also one thing I realized that it's totally weird but totally true. You know
What?
how Jack can teleport between his places?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I feel like they pulled off from Jack, put into the twin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Good point. All right. Anything? We'll talk about Ava later. Ava's a whole another thing.
I
To
thought you
talk
didn't want to talk about Ava.
No, we don't talk about. Actually,
Don't-
actually, let's talk about her right now since we're on the topic of characters and such. She's the most
No.
bullshit.
Okay, no, I think okay, her character is character like design is not good. But the thing is,
Her
she
design is
made,
awful.
She made Maya's like character like just go down in the gutter. Like Maya was up here,
Maya was up
and
there.
then and then Ava comes along and just like, oh no, I'm going down.
And actually, yeah, because what did she do for like story wise? Like nothing. I felt like she did
Okay.
nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so if okay, I'm saying if there was like some like mystery in like Maya's death, like oh Maya had the ability to do this, why didn't she do it in the fight against Troy, right?
Oh my gosh, about Maya's death. That was
Then
She has a lot of abilities and a lot of power.
yeah, then later on, it would make sense that she died to give Ava her powers, right? But Ava did not, she
Do
didn't do
anything.
anything. She didn't do anything.
she did do
So
any-
so it does not make sense for Maya to die there.
and that talks about us as the character, as the main character as well. We just stand there and watch when we just enter some stuff. It's like, yeah, we're right here. Hello. Hello.
Yeah,
we're
we just fought a triple S boss, but these two C level mini bosses come up. Okay.
Yeah, the twin sisters. It seems like it's a Batman against a regular robber. But once you throw the Joker in, that once the story becomes good. They did not throw the Joker in.
Oh yeah. I know what you're saying.
yeah. Oh man. But yeah, Maya's death was really early, like too early.
Okay, I'm agree with you. It is too early, but they could have used that to like, set like a mystery like storyline between her powers and Ava.
That okay.
But they did not do that,
No, they did not.
which gave Maya no like plot, which later did not develop Ava into anything. So she had no use to like gain the powers in this series.
Even
But this is what they should have done. Once she died and you killed the twins, her power goes to her.
Was who?
Ava.
yeah, when we killed
She
Troy,
should get the power
when we killed
of
Troy,
the twins.
Of the twins? Nah, I don't think that's good.
no, yeah, no, but it's just that her death, Maya's death, didn't feel so impactful. Roland's death was impactful though, because we
Oh,
know
yeah.
that man. we played that man.
Plus, they threw love in there.
They
They
threw-
put love.
They put love for Roland, and Roland, oh my gosh, Roland death was really.
Oh yeah, the relationship between Maya and Ava, I don't know. Like, they didn't develop anything. Like, we just know like Maya picked her up, but there's no like what's it called? There's no familial like
Chemistry.
chemistry. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
this is what I feel like. It seems like a trouble grown-up teen takes up an adopted kid who had trouble in the past and is trying to give the best life that she couldn't have to the teen.
You know what's funny?
And that's it. That's it.
That's it.
Trying to be best mother.
Yeah, and the thing is about that is it feels like I don't know. It's just too damn predictable and not good writing. The writing sucks, by the way. The writing sucks in this, as you cannot tell on our ways that we speak about this. Um, any other? I think another side character that we're gonna get into next time when we do the DLC is friggin' Hammerlock, Hammerlock's gay wedding. All right, a little switcheroo here, so don't worry about it. Okay, okay. All right. So next thing that we can talk about is what else can we talk about? We could talk about like how the ending is not that good, and it's like I'll sacrifice myself. Boo. And Brandon predicted that, by the way. He predicted
Yeah.
that. So
I was just like, oh wow, they're good. There's flags. They're just gonna end the arc of like each like Borderlands 2 characters. They're ending the arcs, so there won't be any more Borderlands previous characters.
they're killing. At least they didn't kill off like Brick and Mordecai. And we'll talk about those guys later on.
With love and tentacles, please. Give us an adopted child. Give us a new character from them, please.
We're getting
And have that story continue from them.
but
Oh, I see, I see.
yeah. But we're getting Gage back. Gage is coming back. I heard Gage is coming back in the DLC, so
Well, she is a popular character. Let's see how they kill her off.
they're going off the list. Yes,
Mhm.
eliminate. Okay, okay, I think we talked enough about the stories and
I
characters.
think they watched too much Game of Thrones. Yeah, they watched too much Game of Thrones.
This is season 8 of Game of
And,
Thrones.
and it isn't even like interesting deaths. It's just like, oh, okay, Game of Thrones.
Okay. Alright, we talked enough about story and then all the other characters. Let's actually talk about the actual gameplay. Gameplay is fun. I could give it that. Like, they changed a lot on what they did for the previous gunplay from the latest Borderlands.
Gameplay was fun, but I don't think like they gave us like a variety of like special guns or unique guns.
They some of them were actually
Like okay, like I saw like okay, the guns that like what like grew legs.
yeah, the one the
Okay, the
special thing.
variety was either they flew, they grew legs, or they became bombs. I was like, oh okay.
Yeah.
It didn't like they didn't have any like sub traits that were like
Now,
interesting.
also, what happened to the rocket launchers that become the rocket themselves?
Yeah, what happened to those? What happened to those?
I don't know. I felt the rocket launchers were kind of pitiful.
Yeah, you got that like weird ball one. That's just weird.
Okay, the Hyperion guns and the Maliwan guns felt the same.
Yeah, they felt the same except Hyperion has like a little shield.
Yeah.
They added like a new shield and then
They are the same. They're the same.
they're saying they're the same but changing the design.
Now, I think Hyperion went in a different course after the whole fall on Pandora.
Yeah.
I think they're now doing stuff in shields with Hyperion.
Okay. Wood. Um. Okay. Out of everything else, the game actually looks
Uh,
more
the
updated.
no. The what was it called? The slam? The
This,
slam was something interesting, but the thing is,
Oh yeah, the slam
not
mechanic. That's
they didn't
right.
implement it in any like
Oh
situation
yeah.
that would have been impactful.
Yeah.
Like there's this one place that I thought would be impactful, the asteroid, the
Yeah.
asteroid location, but we didn't use it at all. We
No.
did not use it at all. I thought it would be very impactful in that like location, but we did not use it there.
No, I think it would be very impactful in space because you have zero gravity and then you have the jets to come down and slam really hard in space.
Actually,
Yeah, they try to like port the pre-sequel like mechanics into this, but there was no locations that were like good to use it.
and we can't use breathing mask anymore.
And I only saw like some side quests, like the Claptrap hat one. There's
Oh,
only
yeah.
one place you could slam for that quest.
Yeah.
And that's just to get into a room.
Yeah. Yeah. Slam mechanics kind of useless, and but another thing we could talk about is the characters how our character play. They play really well.
Oh, I really like how they added the additional like skill slots and like
Oh
augmentations.
yeah, I like that.
That was great. That
Oh,
was...
and if you have to use the second skill, you have to get rid of your grenade.
That's yeah, that's
Yeah, so it's a trade-off. So if you want a grenade, you have to lose one of your skills.
but that's for the operative class because
That's
mine
not a problem.
it's for operative class because mine I can have equipment slots of a grenade launcher, railgun, or anything else that what depends on what tree that I'm going for, and it comes with that ability thing.
Oh, I know. That's why I like saying because his drone and his digiclone both get grenades that you equipped.
Okay, Brandon, you had some fun with Amara. What do you think about her when you played as her?
Hmm. So first off, I thought that like Amaro was gonna be a melee focused like
Because of her,
berserker type
because of
character.
those muscly
Yeah,
hips.
the catch these hands, character. Catch these hands like Brick or something, right?
Yeah.
But with siren powers. I thought it was like Brick plus siren powers equals Amara, right?
But
Yeah.
no, she's like a
No.
mage, huh?
She's not a mage. She's like a elemental
Elemental
status effect applier. She doesn't really like do much in like damage, but over time it's like, oh, okay, slowly affects.
and you still use the warp lock.
Yeah, okay, there's one tree that you could go melee and it does a lot of damage, but the thing is that's like one tree and you have to fully like stat that shit, and you have to get like those guns that boost your melee damage and those shields
Oh
that
yeah.
you know. And it's like, okay, this does not seem like this character's melee oriented. It just seems like they just added a skills tree that has some melee damage.
Any other things that you could do that's without the phase lock shift?
Oh yeah, there was this like sending out the spirit thing to shoot enemies, but I feel like enemies don't group up, so what would be the point of like shooting in the line?
Yeah, interesting.
You just hit one guy and it's just,
Yeah, that's true. She's not like
Tactic-
Firehawks, which she could bring all the enemies into her orb of fire.
My character, I went down the green skill tree because Moss can be really useful for ammo. Like, she could be really useful for the ammo that she can, like, save, and you don't have to spend a lot of money. It's like, da 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 da. And I remember, I'm gonna play that one clip where I kept shooting this one guy over and over and over again, and I didn't have to reload until he was dead. Brandon was there to witness that. Moz is best for like LMGs if you want to like keep your ammo conserved really well, and she could generate ammo as well from her green skill tree as well.
Oh, I feel like if they made like Amara's like ability, like Overwatch, right?
Yeah.
Overwatch?
Yeah, we played
Like-
Overwatch.
You know Hanzo, right?
Hansel.
The guy who goes, Ryugawaki Teki
Yeah, the archer.
Bokururu!
Oh, Hanzo.
The
yeah,
archer.
Hanzo
Yeah.
the archer.
Yeah, I feel like if they made her ability, the size of that, and the damage of that, the ability will be impactful.
Oh yeah, like a spiral of fists coming out of the ground
Yeah,
along the
exactly.
pathway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they made it like Maya's ability, but it did not seem that cool.
Just with hands.
Yeah, just hands. Okay, now and then. Okay,
Every time you send off
we've
your
seen it before. We've
yeah
seen it before.
yeah every time you shoot out your hands when they're coming off through the ground, it reminds me of an ability from League.
Oh my god.
It reminds me of that one character. I don't know, maybe York's or something
No,
like that.
Brandon, your character seems more like a powered down effect on a certain person. So if we have like one high power boss, that's when you come in handy.
Yeah. I applied effects that
Yeah.
debuff him. Yeah.
Yeah, enemy types are okay. Some of the enemy types are kind of repeated from Malawan because it's like, oh, we got this guy, but now we got a dark version.
Oh
have-
damn.
Wait, but don't they have three energy types? Ice, fire, and
Yeah, there was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was,
But
but
the character like model, I think, is what Ink's saying. The
yeah,
model.
the
looks
models
the same.
they look the same. They're not different. Malawan enemies look the same. Same goes to the bandits. They all look the same.
Not really.
Oh, well,
They
no,
have
no,
grow
no.
bandits now.
I love they improved the bandits look. There aren't
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
different bandit masks now.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are.
yeah, the bandits. It's just that I just see some of the models repeated, but at least they had some good improvements on that. What's next? Bots. No. Creatures are some of the creatures are new. They look interesting. Even some of
Yeah,
the
but you don't really appreciate them. You just roll over them and go, oh, okay, bye bye.
bye bye.
Yeah, until a badass comes along.
But what are we talking about?
We were talking about enemy types. We talked about how they finally got rid of those stupid invisible. I forgot what they're called, but still they were so annoying. You're inside Novel. Okay, it's a little okay. All right, a little hiccup there, but everything's back to normal. All right, continue on what we said about the invisible enemies. Okay, actually,
Oh, if they actually did put that in the game, it will be a game saver. It will make the game more interesting.
those invisible pricks.
Yes, because it actually put a challenge in the actual Borderlands game. You thought it was a challenge.
It was. I was still annoyed by them. Also, Hyperion bots are removed. Of course.
Oh yeah. and those-
They should have done a throwback to Hyperion bots.
Yeah, that's something. There's no Easter eggs that we saw like on the way here.
There's only like references. Even the boss
No.
references.
There aren't really like references to like throwbacks to other Borderlands 2, but they include
Oh.
like Borderlands 2 like stuff, but there's no like like Easter throwbacks.
Yeah.
No, there is reference back to Borderlands, but it's with the actual characters talking with each other.
Yeah, it's like story.
But they reference stuff that are not even in the game, like after the game, once you played it. Like they got on and done their own stuff with their own things. They reference that kind of stuff.
You know, that's another thing. They barely Zero and Maya don't even talk to each other.
Okay, the
Well,
thing
that's
is
because they
like
don't know. They don't know each other.
But they went together as a team.
I know.
That's bullshit. Having
Zero actually has very few words. Plain Zero, I know he has very few words.
yeah, and they went through this together. They talk about this together. They went on a journey together.
and they explored entire planet, opened the saved the planet from the Volt creature, defeated Handsome Jack,
Experience death.
new phone who dis?
Nufo this.
Exactly. You're just exactly like that new phone who dis.
Yeah. And that's another thing about characters. They cut off Accent and Salvador. Like, where are they?
Maybe they died.
But we can't even find them. We can't even find a gravesite. So they just
Axe and Salvador.
yeah. It's kind of a mystery. Moving on to gameplay. Bosses are hit or miss.
No, didn't Salvador get married?
I don't know. I don't know what Salvador's been up to lately.
Can't remember.
But anyways, back to gameplay. Bosses are hit or miss.
Bosses
Okay,
are
yeah.
kind of there for some. For some.
But
Okay, so what was the first boss again? The Rampager or something?
yeah, the first vault
Are you
boss,
talking about the temple boss or the first person boss?
The temple bosses.
the temple boss. Okay,
The Ravager.
the Ravager, and the wood guy.
Okay, that boss was cool.
Yeah,
That
those
boss,
those
that
bosses.
boss ran around, slammed the ground, did all
Knocked
this
over
like
the
crazy,
pillars.
crazy
But,
stuff.
yeah, but it just seems like you're just shooting at him. He doesn't actually come after you.
He
Well,
doesn't, but the AOE is like deadly for like
it
low level
is.
players.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but it just
That-
seems like
that's
you
what
were
it's
just
supposed
doing survival. Not like you're actually fighting against him. Like you're just trying to kill him. But you're not trying to defeat him. You're just trying to survive.
I mean, it is like a first boss, so it shouldn't be too crazy.
and that's
You know what I'm
another
saying?
thing that I like. We can actually go to other vaults, like actually go to these other vaults and look into them.
What was the other one? The gray worm boss? Was that what it is?
The big tree.
Yeah, the tree boss.
Yeah,
Oh man, they did not give that boss enough abilities. Like it
No.
only had one ability: slam the ground or like do that fire thingy.
Oh my gosh, that fire thing was like beaming. Beam.
They should have
You know,
given
I
him.
feel like the bosses were actually nerfed over a period of time.
Yeah.
Because you remember all the other vault bosses? They were big. They were OP. You would die to them. And you have to respawn and go in the fight again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the Gravework guy, for his size, he was not that strong.
No, he was not that strong.
Like he was huge, man.
Yeah.
And they did not give him any abilities to like kill us.
Yeah, like the destroyer,
Yeah,
for
well-
example.
Yeah, with Handsome Jack. You have the lava to worry about. You have the things to worry about. But you also have to worry about the big guy coming down and stomping on you, using his powers on you. The big
And-
giant fire breath on you.
And then you gotta open his chest to like actually expose him.
Yeah, the weak points.
And he actually goes around and secure it again, so you gotta shoot it again.
Now, with that big guy, the tree guy, you know what? You could actually put bark armor on him. Get him some big, massive defense.
Oh, talking about boss fights, the Troy fight was funny. It was fun.
The Troy fight
It is
was
fun.
the Troy fight was funny. Brandon was trying to do try to shorten the boss fight by letting Troy jump off a cliff, and it's possible.
Yeah, it is. The thing is, okay, he has this one move that's the dash, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when he reaches you, it puts him at the same level you are. So like ground level, right?
Yeah, I know.
The thing is, if you run out of the map and you're below ground level, he will be at the same level you are. But the thing is, he will try to reset back to the middle at the same level and die.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, even me trying to do that, even me trying to like do that process, he did not even scratch us.
No, he did
He didn't even
not.
scratch us. Like I'm just like walking around, not doing anything, chilling. He
I'm
didn't even
just-
scratch us.
I just shoot with my gun. I've been shooting the
Yeah, with previous boss fights, there is no exploit of glitches or whatnot.
you
For
just
this,
sh-
there's actually some.
Yep.
the freaking Ravager actually has some phases, like some deadly phases. The last one's probably the deadly one because he's
You
like
know what? You know what would have been cool
What?
If when we got him low, he summoned all his anointed boys.
Oh
That would have been
no.
cool. That would have been cool. Cause the thing is, he said he had anointed like army or something, right?
Yeah.
But they never showed up. They never showed up. Okay, they just like, what the fuck? Where are they? Where are they?
Also, about Maya's power being kind of useless, Sora's like, bitch, please look at this. I can phase like the whole moon.
Where are you at, Maya? Where are you at? You telling me this teenage mofo can phase the moon, but you be like, be ready, Ava.
Push. It's like, what the fuck, man?
You know, they should have made Maya say a cool line like, "The peace is here," and then she dies. You see, you wouldn't know what that meant. You wouldn't know what that meant. But at the end of the game, when she got her powers back, and there was something impactful that Ava could do. Oh, that's what she meant. The peace was here. But no, they didn't do that.
No. He tried, what he's meant is he's trying to do a rosebud.
Mm-hmm.
A rosebud thing.
Exactly. They didn't rosebud it.
Citizen Kane, it's a good movie. Watch it. Pretty much in other types of gameplay, environments were pretty cool. Like we could go to different planets, check them all out. I think my favorite place was the manor, Jacob's Manor. I thought that was pretty interesting. Like you see this whole mansion, you just walk around and then you just watch the history behind it. It's cool. It's cool. What's your favorite place that you liked? Noble.
My place?
Yeah, what's the favorite place that you went to?
I would have to say it was actually Jacob's Manor, the swamp.
Of course.
Like
I like Atlas.
I believe the people who are proud of the character and actually has Jacob from the long time, they put love in that map. They did something for him.
Even the okay, so Brandon, you said Atlas was Promethea was
Atlas
actually
too. Yeah.
yeah.
Promethea was cool. Especially the city Atlas. I feel like it could have been like, you've seen Cyberpunk, right?
Yeah.
It could have been more developed and seemed more like Cyberpunk.
Mm-hmm.
But I like how like the locations had like, oh, here's a coffee joint, here's a burger place, and here's a porta potty.
That goes woo.
Into outer space.
Gosh.
They could have really brought in another character. And do you know what that character could have been?
What?
A new doc. They have her on the medicine thing. Why don't they put her in?
Yeah, there are like so many like it comes to a point where it's like, yeah, everything looks cool and all, but the story and characters are dumbed down.
Oh
Like,
my god, Lorelai should have had a big role. She should have had a role at Promethea. Oh my god. Boner inducing voice.
Lorelai is Brandon's favorite.
But they didn't do anything with her. To be
No.
honest, why didn't they do anything with her? She was such a good character. Why didn't they make it? They should have made like a little like, story quest like progression thing where she follows you to help
Uh,
you get to the vault or something. But
Lorelai.
they
Yeah, I feel like Lorelai is
damn.
actually a bit better.
She could have been the new Zero. She could have been the new Zero of the series.
Yeah. And we do got some throwback characters like Ray. She's from Tales of the Borderlands,
Yeah.
which is interesting that I thought. Even liking his mustache. His seed stash.
Now here's the thing I find really annoyed.
What?
They brought a Zero suit onto the enemy.
Oh, you mean?
Well,
Oh, you
you
mean
gotta
that?
remember that the suit was made by a company, right?
I know, but still. Does that mean there's more zeros? That means can there be more zeros coming after us?
I don't
Exactly. They're
exactly
trying to progress the storyline. Ah!
plot holes. um, another but yeah, some of the bosses are cool. Temple bosses. Okay, the
But
cow
hey,
one.
Aang, I understand what you were talking about with the enemy characters looking the same.
Yeah.
I can understand that because they all look the same in different areas. I wish that in certain areas they wear a little bit more different gear based on the area because they're going to high hills. Like I
Okay,
want to see them.
don't make everyone dizzy, okay?
I want them. I want to put some rope on the guys. I want to see some like climbing equipment on them so they won't fall off, or some jetpacks, like new stuff, some safety helmets. Change the characters look up because they're in the city. They're fighting. They got war clothes on. But when they go to the swamp, I want to see like those war clothes kind of come off a little bit. Show some skin. Show that they're sweating. Show
It's
them
okay.
that they don't like it.
It's okay. How about destructible cover? We got destructible cover finally.
Destructible color.
When in the when in the world do we use cover when we have these big ass shields?
Yes, that is true. And when I do try to use cover, like I can't put my gun on top of the cover
You can't
and aim down
mount
sights.
it.
I cannot mount my shitty gun. I want to mount my gun. I want to get some precise aim behind cover. But no, most of the cover you go behind, you have to pop out. You have to stand up.
Well,
And
Borderlands is most of a
half
run
of your
and
body
gun.
is exposed.
Yeah,
Borderlands,
cover was just not made for Borderlands. It was just not made for Borderlands.
yeah, because Borderlands is more of a run and gun type of deal.
Hmm.
So saying that it's kind of a meh.
Now I can say put destructible cover where you need destructible cover perfectly. Like maybe in a boss fight where you can destroy half of the environment, but you also can take cover behind it and it will get destroyed.
Makes sense.
One thing I found interesting is they introduced like whips and cool ass swords, but
And hoverboards, which you
Yeah.
can't use.
hoverboards, but they did not let us use any of those.
I
No.
know.
We can the only
Where's our cool ass swords?
Oh, aka whips. Hence, Handsome Jack's backstory. Come on, he uses a whip.
he knows how to do the crack skag 69. um I mean, we have the gun, but that just shoots guns out, more guns.
Which walking shoots more guns and guns at enemies.
Why can't they make a sword gun?
Oh, sorry. It just shoots
Why
swords.
can't they give me a katana sword with the Uzi at the bottom?
Yeah, exactly.
Uzi, an Uzi nada. Okay, I think we went enough information on what began on Borderlands 3. Anything else you want to add to it? Anything that we might have forgotten?
Forgot to.
Nope, nothing at all.
No, 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 stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop, Noble, please. Noble, please. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay,
My TNT background.
look, I'm trying to do a green screen back there. Okay, alright, so I guess we kind of covered as much as we can in Borderlands 3. So, let's give off our final results. So,
Mine is
let's hear Nobles.
gold block.
No, what do you give the game out of 10?
Gold block.
A gold medal, probably.
A gold. Is it a 7, an 8, or a 6?
We're surely not that.
Now that's a 10 out of 10 game. So I guess
God, I would say, they could definitely done improvement, more story, probably a 4.
ooh, a 4 out
That's
of
half
10.
of a good game, but it just came so short. they
Four,
came so short. I'm sorry.
4 out of 10 for Noble. Jeez. Okay, Brandon.
I'll say a 7.
Yeah.
Okay. The thing is, it's a developed game. Okay. I mean, not developed. It's a worked game. It's a worked out game, but it was not developed. It was not developed at all. They should have added more shit that made sense.
Yeah.
They worked on it. Yeah, sure. They worked,
But
but it was not developed.
it was not executed properly.
Hmm.
All right,
So,
Ang, you got between a 5 and a 6 between both of us.
I mean, to be honest, after going through all what I experienced, and I had a major, like, I lost my character. Like, I lost my first character that I made, and I couldn't recover it. And thanks to Brandon, he was able to give me a level 25 Moz to, like, get back to where I was. But that kind of made my review score a bit lower. So when I think about this now, I guess my best bet is probably just gonna give it a 6. It's a good game, but there's so many problems with it that it just should have been done with a little more time. And yeah, that's kind of it. But so yeah, thank you for everyone for watching. DLC I will type out myself. They'll be scored by 5. Or I will do another video discussion like this again. I don't know.
So now,
What?
now,
Don't set it off now. Alright.
now,
No. Thank you for everyone for
now.
watching. Hope you all enjoyed. And check out my Twitch so you can get all other kinds of other games I do. And yeah, I guess that's it for now. Oh,
Okay, now.
okay.